Proportions as equality of two ratios. As we talk about the ratios of same quantities, they should be appropriate. The symbol used for proportion is these four dots, okay, which means is proportion 2. Each set of ratio may express different quantities, but their proportion should be same. In other words, proportion states that two or more ratios are equivalent. Just see here. Let us take an example, 5:6 and 15:18. We said the proportion because 15:18 when reduced to the lowest term is equal to 5:6. It is expressed as 5:6, and this is the four dots are the means is the proportion to 15:8. The two outer terms are called the extreme terms and the two middle terms are called the mean term. Means these two outer terms are called extreme term and these two middle terms are called the mean term. Another way to find out if two ratios are in the proportion is to multiply the two extreme terms together and the two mean terms together. If their products are equal, the two ratios are said to be in the proportion. Okay. Now how will you find out when it is proportion or not? You just have to multiply the two extreme term and two middle term. Just see if their is equal to if their multiplication is same, then only these four numbers are in the proportion. See, first one example is given there. Find out the product of extreme term and product of mean term. Extreme term is outer sided term. This 18/5 it is 90 and 15/6 it is again 90. Means these four numbers are in the these four numbers are in the proportion. Are you understood, students? Yes. Just see here. Find out if the following numbers are in proportion. For that, what you have to do? Just see here. Okay. Now, first one. Find out the following numbers are in proportion. For that you write 2, 5, 10 and 20. Okay, the number are writing 2:5 and are in proportion with 10:20. For that you have to multiply. Here you have to write product of extreme term and here product of mean term. So which are the mean term? These are, and which are the extreme term? These are. So extreme terms are 2 multiplied by 20 is equal to 40 and 5 multiplied by 10 is equal to 50. So it is not equal to, then you should write the number are not in proportion. Then 2, 5, 10 and 20 are not in proportion. Okay. Now do the second one, third one, they are also the same. You just have to multiply the extreme term and just multiply the mean term. Just see if both are the same, then only the numbers are in proportion. Just see the C1, 4:3 is proportion to 4:3 is in the proportion of 15:12. So for that you have multiplied the 4 multiplied by 12 is equal to 36 and 3 multiplied by 15 is equal to 45. Are they the same? No. Then written as they are not in proportion. Okay. Now see the H1. 1:2 and proportion of 2:4. So 2 multiplied by 2, 1 multiplied by 4, they are equal to 4. Means these numbers are in proportion. Okay. In this we have to find the numbers are in proportion or not. So multiplying the extreme term and multiplying the mean term. See the second question. State which of the following are in proportion. Again it is the same thing. You just have to do. See the second one. 3 kg raised to 60 gram to 5000 ml raised to 50 ml. Okay. Now see here. 3 kg 60 gram. So first compare kg and gram cannot be converted. So convert it into the gram. 3000 gram raised to 60 gram. And again 2500 ml to 50 ml. So here 2500 ml and here both the quantities are same, raised to 50 ml. So write it as 3000 divided by 60, 2500 divided by 50. Just see, cut the number. 6 5s are 30, 6 0 50 and here 5 5s are 0. Again 50 means Yes, these are in proportion. Okay, you just have to do in this way, because you just see if both the quantities are in the same, then only you will find out the ratio between them. Okay, now the remaining one you have to do by your own. Yes, 5 hours 50 minutes means you just have to cover hours into minutes, and here kg are already given. So 5 hours is equal to how many minutes? 1 hour is equal to 60, so 65 are 300 minutes. 300 minutes 50 minutes, you can write 300 minutes and 50 minutes, and here you have to write 42 kg 7 kg. Then 300 upon 50 is equal to 42 upon 7. So cut the number, 5 ones are 5, 5 6 are 30. So here is the 6, and here 7 ones are 7, 7 6 are 6 is the 6, means these are also in the proportion. Okay, now see the third question. Write the missing number to make the following proportionate. Here is the 4, here is the 40. Either 40 and here is the 20, means it is the half of that, means here you have to write half of 4 is equal to 2. Okay, now 2 16, 2 8 is 16, then 40 divided by 8, 5 8 is 40, then 5 how much? 11 5 is, so 5 5 is, here you have to write 25. Just see the comparison. 6 12 means 6 2s are 12 2s are 24. It is the easy one. Okay, you have to do by your own, students. Now moving to the next topic, that is unitary method. The method in which first we find the value of one unit and then value of required unit, number of unit, is known as the unitary method. The two operations generally used in unitary methods are multiplication and division. Okay, so first we are using the division, because just see in the example, the cost of 5 diaries is 540 rupees. Okay, so 5 diaries is equal to 540 rupees, therefore cost of 1 diary is equal to, you just have to divide the number, you will get the cost of 1 diary is 108 rupees. Then what about the cost of 7 diaries? If you know the cost of 1 diary, you can calculate multiplying 7, you will get the answer, that is 756. So in this method, first you have to divide the number and find the one quantity, and from that one quantity you will find out the remaining asked quantity. Okay, now see the second example. A shopkeeper buys a dozen mango for rupees 186. What is the cost of 23 such mangoes? Okay, a dozen of mango means 12. Then the cost of dozen of mangoes or 12 mangoes is equal to rupees 186. Therefore, the cost of one mango is equal to 186 divided by 12 is equal to rupees 15.50 paise. Okay. Now, if the cost of one mango is 15 rupees 50 paise, then what about the cost of 23 mangoes? So it is equal to 15 rupees 50 paise multiplied by 23. So it is equal to rupees 356.50. Okay, now alternate method is also given there. The cost of 12 mango is rupees 186. Therefore, the cost of 23 mangoes is equal to, multiplied by directly 13, you will get again the same answer. Just see, writing the statement correctly is very important for word problem, that you know. Here are the some terms that we use for word problem. When it is related to the price, we used cost. Yes. When it is related to the measure, we use weight, capacity, height and length. When it is related to the number, we use quantity. And when it is measurement of surface, we use area. Since unitary method is related to the direct variation, we can also use the method used in the given example. Just see. Eleven mangoes cost rupees 121. And what is the cost of 23 such mangoes? So for that you just have to write mangoes how much. You can find it in a ratio form also. So 11 mangoes, 23 mangoes. Cost is 121, and again what is the cost of that one. So for that what you have to do, you just have to take the two terms, multiplication of extreme term and multiplication of mean term. Then therefore x is equal to 2780 divided by 11, so it is equal to 253. You can do by your by this method also, by unitary method also. In the unitary method, first you have to find the cost of one mango. So the cost of one mango is 11 rupees. Therefore cost of 23 mango is equal to 250 rupees. 23 multiplied by 11. So both of method you can use. Okay. Now A man earns rupees 4,500 by working for 9 days. Okay, so earning is 4,500 and days are 9. Then how much will he earn at the same rate if he days for work for 17 days? Means days are given, you just have to find the working. So multiply the extreme number, that is 4500 multiplied by 17 and 9 multiplied by x. Then compare both of them. Then x is equal to 8,500. Yes, means he will earn 8,500 if he works for 17 days. Okay, now see, the second method is also same here. The amount earned in 9 days is equal to 4500. Then what about the earn in 1 day? So 4500 divided by 9 is equal to 500. So in a day he is earning 500. So how much days are there? 17. So in 17 days is equal to 500 multiplied by 17. So it is equal to 8,500. Okay, unitary method means you just have to first calculate the value of 1, and from that one value you just have to find the answer which is asked. Okay, now if 12 apples of cost rupees 144, what is the cost of 18 apple? For that you have to do both the method you can use. Okay, now you can use the ratio proportion method, that is here you have to write apple. Here is again apple, here is the cost, and here is the cost. Then how many apples are there? 12 apples. What is the cost? 144. And how many apples are there? 18. What is the cost? So you can write it as, yes, in this way you have to find. So first you have to multiply the extreme term, that is 12 multiplied by x is equal to 12x, and here 144 multiplied by 18 is equal to 144 multiplied by 18 is equal to 2592. So you have to compare 2592 is equal to 12x. So x is equal to 2592 divided by 12. So it is equal to x is equal to 216. Okay, this is the first method, and second method is also you can write it as, you just write cost of 12 apple is equal to 144 rupees. Okay, so rupees 144. Therefore, cost of 1 apple, it is equal to 144 divided by 12. When 44 divided by 12 is equal to 12 rupees. If the cost of 1 apple is 12 rupees, therefore cost of, how much are there? 18. Cost of 18 apples, it is equal to 12 multiplied by 18, it is equal to again rupees 216. Here you have to write rupees 216. Just see, both the answers are same, means you can use any method, that is alternate method you can use, or unitary method also you can use. Okay, now what is, if one has to pay rupees 330 for 6 cinema tickets, then how much to be paid for 10 cinema tickets? So here have to write, for, it is the second one, for 6 cinema ticket, or you can say the amount for 6 cinema ticket, the amount for 6 cinema ticket, it is equal to 330. Okay, now therefore amount, or you can say cost, cost of 1 cinema ticket is equal to 330 divided by 6. So it is equal to, yes, 330 divided by 6 is equal to 55. Okay, then you have to write cost of 1 ticket is equal to 55 rupees. Therefore cost of 10 cinema ticket is equal to 55 multiplied by 10, so it is equal to 550 rupees. Okay, this is the same as the first one. Again the third one, a fruit vendor sells mangoes at rupees 78 for dozen, means for 12 mangoes it will he will pay 78 rupees. Then for 40 mangoes, how much he should pay? So you just have to find the value of one mango and then it multiplied by 40. Okay. Now the next one is the same. Yes, a shopkeeper sells a dozen pencils rupees 20 months, means 12 pencil is equal to at rupees 21. Then the cost of one pencil is equal to, you have to find out, yes, what is the price of each pencil, means you just have to divide 21 by 12. Okay. A student can cycle 156 km in 12 hours. So what is his average speed? You just have to divide 156 by 12. You will get the average speed per hour. A man earns 981 in 9 days. How much he will earn in the month of February in a leap year? Okay. Now this you can solve. Seventh one. A man earns 981 in 9 days. Okay. A man earns how much in 9 days? 9 days he earned rupees 981. Therefore, in 1 day he earns is equal to 981 divided by 9. So it is equal to 98. Okay. So in one day he earns how much? Rupees 98. Okay. Now what is asked? Month of February in leap year. So you just have to write in leap year February is equal to how much days in leap year? That is 29 days. Okay. Therefore you have to write in 29 days he earn is equal to 29 multiplied by 98. So it is equal to 2842 rupees. Okay. So how much will he earn in a month of February in leap year? So he will earn 2842. Okay. Now the fourth one is the 4 dozen crayons cost of rupees 192. 4 dozen means 1 dozen is 12. So 4 dozen is 48. So here you can write 48. The cost of 4 dozen crayons is equal to 192 rupees. Therefore 4 dozen means 4 multiplied by 12 means it is equal to 48. So here you have to write the cost of 48 crayons is equal to 192 rupees. Therefore cost of 1 crayon, okay, it is already asked in the dozen, so you just no need to find out the one. So you just have to write the cost of 4 dozen is equal to crayon that much. So you just have to write therefore the cost of 1 dozen crayon is equal to 192 divided by 4. So it is equal to 192 divided by 4. It is equal to 48. So cost of 1 dozen crayon is equal to 48. Therefore cost of how much is given as 25 dozen. Therefore cost of 25 dozen of crayons is equal to 25 multiplied by 48 is equal to 1200. So what is the cost of 25 dozen of crayons is equal to 1200. So this is also the same, and 9th and 10th also the same. So students, with the ending of this exam we will finish the lesson number 14. That is, which one is the lesson is? Yes, the lesson is comparing quantities. So students, are you understood how to find out the ratios, how to find out the numbers are in proportion or not? Yes, and how to reduce the number in the lowest form. So I hope all the topics in this lesson number 14 you will understood very well. Thank you so much for attending the class. Now we are meeting in the next class. Thank you so much students.